What's going on, everyone? Today we're checking out Helldivers 2 on PlayStation 5. This game's only 25 gigabytes on PS5. That's small. In comparison, the PC version comes in at 70 gigabytes. The game's only $40, so it's not a full price game, but there are microtransactions in the game, so maybe they should have just made this game free to play. I personally love player versus evil shooters. I played a lot of Destiny 2 in the early days, so Helldivers 2 was for sure one of the games I was looking forward to. We also got Suicide Squad this month, which is also a 4-player co-op game. Suicide Squad was disappointing. It was short and repetitive. So how's Helldivers 2? Is it a good game? Is it a fun game? How does it run and perform? Let's talk about all that and more. Now keep in mind, this game's only been out for a day. Since it's an online game, reviewers are really getting their first real taste of it at the same time as the public. So here are sort of my early impressions. This is a deep game in terms of the progression, so you'll see more detailed reviews taking a bit longer, maybe a few days, a few weeks. Helldivers 2 is an online game. It's fun, it's kind of unique, and it has its own character to it. To really enjoy this game, you should be matchmaking in a group of 4. It's not a game that's good if you're just playing solo. Currently, the game is having matchmaking issues, so if you're on PS5, turn off cross-platform play to get that to work. There are also frequent crashes like this one. I got one here and really lost all my progression on a mission I was really enjoying with 3 other players. Hopefully those crashes and the matchmaking gets cleaned up soon. When Helldivers works, it works well. The game's a solid locked 60 FPS on PlayStation 5. There are really no drops at all. I guess that's not a surprise. The game isn't like a masterpiece when it comes to the graphics. Also, I would expect really nothing less from a game published by Sony. They really make sure every single title is polished when it comes to the performance. Actually, I gotta take some of that back, because when I had a more closer look at, a longer clip, I did find some areas where the frame rate does drop. There's drops into the 50s, so you might see that as well. Although while I was playing, it wasn't something I noticed that bothered me. Helldivers 2 is fun. I do like the gameplay and the combat. It's a bit unique. You can fight and combat all these hordes of alien enemies a lot of different ways. You can use the environment, use different tactics. The game really gives you a lot of freedom on how you want to approach each mission, each objective. You sort of drop in and really have a few main objectives, but there's also optional points of interest, so you'll get rewarded for exploring. Soon as you're done your mission, you rush to the extraction point, and you essentially repeat that cycle mission after mission. At least early on, that cycle did feel somewhat repetitive. Each mission feels similar in terms of the objectives. There's of course a bunch of different planets, even a few different enemy types that keep things a bit fresh. I'm enjoying it so far, but I still feel like Remnant 2, which was sort of like Helldivers 2, that it's also a co-op multiplayer. That game was a lot better. Remnant 2 had different classes, a lot more variety to the enemies. Some of the best boss fights I've seen were in that game, and Remnant 2 had a story to progress through. I mean, Helldivers 2, it's not much of a story. The universe is invaded by aliens, and you're basically jumping on a planet after planet, mission after mission, just fighting hordes of them. As I said before though, I'm still scratching the surface with this game, so I'm hoping the objectives and the gameplay gets a bit different as you progress deeper into the game. Helldivers 2 does have crossplay, so PS5 players can play with Steam players. Right now though, there are matchmaking issues. There's also no cross progression or cross saves between Steam and PS5 at this time. That's a feature the developers promised would be added after launch. I hope it really does get added, because I want to be able to play on my Steam Deck when I'm traveling and then continue my progression at home on PS5. And that's really what you need to know about Helldivers 2 on PS5. For the rest of the video, I have some more gameplay with that FPS counter shown. I'll also be doing a few more videos of this game throughout the week, so stay tuned for that.
Found something.
Nice, good shit. Oh shit, you gotta call the SSD in the hat. Dude, I was just up there. What the fuck? Alright, hold up.
Engaging terminal.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
There we go.
One step closer to mission completion.
Northeast. Throwing supply. Dropping a pin. Northeast. Marking location.
New mag.
Reloading. Requesting air support. Fire the way down.
Fire in the hole.
Oh, heads up. I'm throwing a frag in there. Up.
Mag's empty.
Calling down a sentry. Artillery free.
Got ammo over here. You guys need it.
Flag empty.
Allied destroyer leaving squadron.
Reinforcing.
New mag. Drop ship. How about a nice cup of liberty? New mag.